Rebekah, Isaac's wife. Dear friends, in today's story, we will see who God chose to be Isaac's wife. The moment Abraham's servant finished praying, a girl came out with her jar in her hand. She gave Eliezer a drink and drew enough water for his camels as well. That girl was Rebekah, Abraham's brother Nahor's granddaughter. Eliezer asked the girl who she is and also asked if there's any room for him and his men to spend the night in her father's house. She revealed who she is and invited them into the house. Then Eliezer worshipped God. She ran and informed her household about these things. Rebekah had a brother. His name was Laban. He quickly went out to meet them and welcomed them into the house. He gave water to wash their feet, and food was set before them. Laban prepared a place for their camels too. But before he ate, he revealed the purpose of his coming, how God blessed his master Abraham, that a son was born to him in his old age, how Abraham made him swear that he would not take a bride for Isaac from the daughters of the Canaanites in whose land he was dwelling, but rather he would go to Abraham's father's house and take a wife from his kindred. After hearing everything, Rebekah's father and brother decided to let Rebekah go with him. When Abraham's servant heard their words, he bowed himself to the earth before the Lord. And the servant brought out jewelry of silver and gold and gave them to Rebekah. He also gave to her mother and to her brother costly ornaments. He and the men who were with him ate and drank, and they spent the night there. In the morning, they got ready to return, but Rebekah's parents wanted her to stay with them for a while. But Eliezer, seeing that the Lord had made his journey successful, wanted to return to Abraham as early as possible. So they called for Rebekah and asked for her decision. She decided to go with Eliezer. So they sent away Rebekah and her nurse with Abraham's servant and his men. Thus they started their journey. Now Isaac, who was dwelling in the south of Canaan, went out to the field to meditate toward evening. And as he looked up, he saw camels approaching, and he went to meet them. On seeing him, Rebekah asked the servant who he was. When the servant told her that he was Isaac, she took her veil and covered herself. The servant told Isaac all that he had done. Isaac brought her into the tent of his mother Sarah, and she became his wife, and he loved her. So Isaac was comforted after his mother's death. Abraham took another wife. They had children, but Abraham gave all that he had to Isaac. But while he was still living, he gave gifts to his other sons and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Abraham lived for many years after that. We will see how long was the lifespan of Abraham and what happened further in Isaac's life in the next story. God bless you.